Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about putting action into your desires because as we all know, manifestation works magically, honestly, like it really is a magical thing to be honest. However, some people don't do all of the learning, and so one thing people can miss is putting in the action, and that's probably one of the most important things to do, right? Having the idea is amazing and that's a good thing, but that's like the start of it all. The creation of it is the idea. That's where it starts. But taking the action needs to come in at some point, right? You can only sit and wait for so long, and honestly, it's not even recommended. Sit and plan with your idea. Plan your idea, get the idea through your head, and most of you, if you're already watching this, you probably have an idea of what you want in your life. And if you don't, it's really recommended because honestly, it will change your life. Just knowing where you're going and just having a good idea of what you want out of your life. So that is number one, is to get the idea. And like if you don't already, and if you do, then start putting in the effort towards that idea. You know, you might be scared that you might disappoint some people in your life, or you might be scared of losing some people. You might be scared of, just losing things in your life in general. You might be scared of it's going to make you fail, even though realistically you cannot fail unless you choose to give up on something. You either succeed or you wait until you succeed. There is no failing unless you choose to actually give up. That is the only way to actually fail, is to choose to walk away because it's taking too long. But realistically, if you do want something enough, it will work out for you. But you have to put in the effort and the energy towards that. And anything you put energy into will manifest however you want it to, But if you don't put in that effort, it can't happen so easily because it doesn't have that fuel that it needs to survive and to exist. It's no different from when we sit and dwell on negative thoughts all the time, and that's addicting. It's addictive behavior. But when we sit there and do those things, then it becomes a habit and a habit and a habit. And being said that is the energy that we are feeling, facing, and experiencing and creating for our future experiences on a daily. There are these programmings in our brains that are put into us as we grow up, and it's not like our parents know too much about that because same thing happened to them. For generations, these programmings have been getting access to our minds, and so it's our job to reprogram our minds to know that we can have what we want in life if we just go out there and create it. And so many of us get so insecure these days because of other people. We're scared that we're going to disappoint people. We're scared that we're going to lose people. And it just doesn't matter. The right people will follow through with you through your path, period. They will be there for you. They will always support you. And if they don't, then you're better off without them anyways, Like, that's just how it is. You're not going to lose the people that are meant to be in your life, right? And some people you might lose temporarily, but they will come back if they are meant to be in your life, right? But some people are only there for the lessons or to give us strength for our life journey. So really, it's truthfully, it doesn't have to be the lifestyle you don't want, but what you do want, you need to work towards. Otherwise, it can't happen. If you not put energy into something, it will not happen. And if you don't believe in manifestation, then think about it like this. We manifest something at least probably even 20 times a day, probably even way more than that, because even so much as going to get a drink of water, you think of the idea and you go and get it and then you have it, and that's manifestation right there. It's just the difference is knowing when and not knowing when. And even if you know when, you still question it, which creates resistance, and then you're like, when, that's really bad. And that's something that I'm trying to get through personally. I've been trying to get through that for like a year already, and that's been really, really hard for me because it's really hard when you know what's coming your way, being a really good psychic and all, especially for myself and like bigger events, and like I can see all these new things coming in for me. So it's, you know, but it's hard when you do know what is meant to come into your life, and not necessarily when, no, I'm not so good at that, I'm still training to get better with, picking up timelines and all of that. But, you know, apart from that, I have my tarot cards, I have my pendulum, I have all of these access to these ways of finding out a decent timeline. However, I kept pushing it away is the problem. So creating that resistance, it doesn't work so well. So, you know, like you have to, the difference is knowing when and not knowing when. And even if you know when, do not push it away by obsessing over when. Like, you have to trust that it's going to happen for you, and just know that inside of you, it is going to happen for you. No matter what it is, it's going to happen for you, and it's going to change your life more than you probably expect it to, and more than you probably think it's even going to. Because a lot of people give up when they're trying to manifest things because they don't think it's worth it. They don't think it's working because they don't know when it's going to happen. It's like another example that I like to use is through age. You know, if you idolize your sister or your brother that's like 5 years older than you and say you want to be their age, well, you still have to wait for that, you know? And does that mean that it's not going to happen because it's taken like 5 years to happen? No, it did happen eventually. Obviously, you hit the age you've wanted to at a younger age, and now you're as old as you wanted to be from that age. Now you've manifested that. And it does take a while. Like, not every manifestation is going to happen immediately. And lots of the time, it's our own blockages that keep it from happening. And that's just it. Is if it doesn't happen fast, if it doesn't happen within the first year of wanting to manifest it and working towards it, it is something you're doing to hold you back, which is more than anything, negative thought patterns, emotional attachments to things that are not positively serving you. So you need to focus on releasing those things, and, you know, to the best of your ability at least. Like, it can be really, really hard to do these things, but you're not going to get anywhere if you don't try and put in the effort, right? You know, my life coach always used to tell me, if you don't try, you do or you don't. And like, when she would give me my homework for the week or the next 2 weeks or however long till our next appointment, which was usually 2 weeks, I actually think. I don't even remember actually. But so when she would give me that homework, she'd be like, no, what are you going to do? Because I would always say, and she would actually test you sometimes, and she'd be like, you're gonna what? Because I'd be like, you know, I'll try and do that. But you don't try. You either do or you don't, because trying is not commitment. You do is a commitment. You don't is a commitment. So you need to commit to change. And even if it's just a little bit, just be real with yourself. What are you going to do and what aren't you going to do, right? Be realistic with yourself, because if you're not being realistic with yourself, chances are you're not going to do it at all. So you have to make it a realistic goal for yourself at first and lead on to what you actually want. Lead yourself towards what you want in your life. So, anyways, I do hope that you can it. What? Okay. Yeah, that's needing to rehappen. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. And now I will also, as always, I'm going to go and do a video on my vlog channel. So if you're interested in checking that out, I always link my vlog channel in the description below all of my videos.